the glorious king of Tantras that resolves all secrets. Sri Guhya Sarvacchinda Tantra Rāja. Prologue. I pay homage to glorious Vajrasattva. Thus did I hear at one time. The Blessed One dwelt in equanimity in the womb of the Vajra lady, which is the enlightened body, speech, and mind of all Tathagatas. Then the entourage, including the Bodhisattva, Vajragarbha, and others, performed 3 circumambulations counterclockwise, made outer, inner, and secret offerings, and asked the following. O blessed Vajra holder, what is secret? How is it resolved? What is the meaning of Tantra? And what is its king? The first secret. The Blessed One said, secret is fourfold. First is the practice of the development stage related to the vase initiation. I taught meditation on the support and the supported, so that practitioners might relinquish dualistic concepts of a universe and its inhabitants. Its individual features all have an intended meaning. Initially, in other tantras, I taught about emptiness and so forth. Among the particulars of the support and supported, the first concerns the intention behind the support. Imagine that, like one candle lighting another, the syllable hum at the heart projects a black-hued e, which forms a vast, deep triangle. The 3 corners are enlightened body, speech, and mind. This signifies the destruction of the 3 poisons. The sides are the 3 liberations. This signifies the destruction of the 10 non-virtues that emerge from ordinary body, speech, and mind. The Dharma body is immaculate, and therefore naturally all-pervading. This is the significance of vast. Since even the noble listeners, solitary realizers, and bodhisattvas as well do not realize the Dharma body, it is explained with intention as deep. Then again, the hum at the heart projects a hum syllable that forms into a vajra, which forms into a vajra tent. There are 2 obstacles, first to life and second to liberation. These are the 2 obstructing forces, the outer and the inner. The outer creates obstacles to life. The inner creates obstacles to liberation. The significance of the vajra tent is that it protects from these 2-fold obstructions. Then yam, just as before, projects a shape like a half-moon. It provides control over the abandonment of conceptuality and the dawn of non-conceptuality. This is the meaning of domination. Concerning the significance of the 4 flags, I have taught that they signify all things present throughout the 3 times. The triangular fire mandala from Ram signifies wrathful ritual. The 3-pronged vajra signifies the 3 Buddha bodies. The round water disk from Bam is said to be the cessation of mental activity. The vase is the 4 aspects of the Dharma body. The square golden earth from Lam has the nature of prosperity. The 5-pronged vajra is the 5 gnosis. The 8 peaks of Mount Meru above that signify the 8 liberations. Symbolizing the absence of conceptuality about an ordinary universe and inhabitants, the 8 charnel grounds should be arranged to the left and right in order. The concepts related to each feature, moreover, should be learned from a master's oral instructions. Symbolizing the power of the antidote fully developed, trees are continuously arranged in sequence. The directional protectors are arranged as symbols for the overcoming of concepts oriented toward the 10 non-virtues. The 8 nagas are stationed to destroy the wicked ones of attachment, hatred, and ignorance. Rain clouds are arrayed so that body and speech may act for the welfare of beings, with divine pride in the two form Buddha bodies, endowed with great compassion. Inner and secret are the same. Likewise, as for the ultimate, the fourth, one should learn the oral tradition. Then inside, the celestial palace appears. Brahm creates an 8-spoked wheel. The 8 spokes stand for the 8 consciousnesses. The wheel transforms into the body of Vairochana. Viewed from the outside, he is luminous inside. Likewise, from inside out, meaning all appears as one. The 5 kinds of gems symbolize the 5 Buddha bodies. The 5 colors indicate the 5 families. The 4 corners are said to be the 4 pure abodes. The 4 sides are the 4 means of magnetizing. The 4 gates are the 4 foundations of mindfulness. The 8 pillars are the 8 liberations. The 4 beams symbolize the 4 gnosis. All the gate adornments and so forth are said to be the powers and the like. Then, as for the seats inside the palace, they are lotuses born from vowels as seed syllables. The lotus seat indicates not being stained by the afflictions, such as passion and so forth. The sun and moon atop the lotuses symbolize skillful means and wisdom. The corpse is taught first for the destruction of the self, or conceptuality. The 4-featured seat of the central deity is given as a seat to each member of the retinue, since they each are an aspect of the central deity. That completes the supportive mandala conjoined with its intended meaning. Next, the deities are generated according to the 4 types of birth. The miraculous manna is to arise instantaneously, like a fish jumping out of water. Birth from heat and moisture is to arise from conditions like a lotus nurtured by the sun. Birth from an egg happens through projection and absorption, like copper produced from stone. Birth from a womb occurs from union, burned from above and formed from below, like a statue created from wax. Vairochana is completed with the palace. Later, the heruka is generated. Conferring initiation is the Blessed One Akshobhya. Praise is Ratnasambhava. Offering is Amoghasiddhi. Tasting ambrosia is Amitabha. The accomplishments that emerge from these 6 aspects are extraordinary. Then, concerning the recitation or meditation, there are those of superior, mediocre, and inferior faculties. It is said that superior ones are to meditate or recite in full. The mediocre should focus on the central deity in father-mother union. The inferior are to apply themselves to the eyes of the central figure. Having reached ability on the eyes of the central figure, they are to meditate on the 37 features in full. The mediocre are to do likewise. Located in the body are channels. Circulating within them are winds. Mounted on these is the mind. The inferior practice involves shape. The more profound involve mantra and seminal drops, and the ultimate involves Dharma and the 7 parts. Teaching this way is exceedingly profound. Everything taught above should also be understood as fourfold. Each one, moreover, is fourfold. The manifold manner is exceedingly profound. Outer and inner is the meaning of mantra. The mandala image is the outer meaning. Regarding the outer is the inner. The secrecy of just that is the secret meaning. Proficiency is the meaning of perfection. The mandala image is the outer meaning. Inwardly, concerning the characteristics of the mandala, the aggregates, elements, and sense media are each transformed into a deity, either 5, 6, or 37, left, right, above, below, the gates, and so forth. These should be understood from a master's oral instructions. Then Vajragarbha asked, "What is the completion of the 37? How are they developed? What are their stages? What is the supportive mandala like? And how are the sessions and breaks? How are view and conduct united? Tell me, O spiritual hero." The Blessed One said, "The 37, the pristine cause, give rise to non-dual gnosis, the effect. Therefore the cause which precedes the effect is to become the principal deity. Even in just becoming the Heruka, all causes are complete. The 24 locations and so forth should be learned from a master's oral instructions. The effect does not come from a mistaken cause. Barley does not sprout from a grain of wheat, nor does it come from an incomplete cause. There is no sprout from a damaged grain, nor without a cause like fragrance from a space flower. The cause is not a cause without conditions. Like a forest fire without wind, the beginner thus endowed with these 4 parts will abandon concepts. Development is said to be done by one who adheres to deity practice. Multiple aspects, external and internal, are explained as its stages. The particular supportive mandala is said to be of 3 types: without courtyard, without canopy, and with canopy, according to inclination. Due to the divisions of the 4 chakras, daily sessions are taught as 4. Breaks should also be understood to be 4. It is taught that a practitioner who switches to 22.5-minute hours and meditates in 8 sessions equalizes sessions and breaks. During breaks, practitioners of mediocre and inferior faculties should project the deities in full and properly perform offerings and so forth, like one candle igniting another. View refers to equipoise. Subsequent attainment is explained as conduct. When practicing the development stage, one is permitted to observe the conduct of wearing the 6 adornments. In connection with the secret initiation, one is allowed to observe the conduct of adornments and ambrosia. I have said that those of the Vajra family, the Ratna family, the Padma family, and the Kama family are permitted to observe the conduct. Those connected with the wisdom gnosis initiation have in common what was taught above, and in particular are permitted to observe the conduct of the seal. With either conduct devoid of view or view devoid of conduct, one transgresses the pledges of secret mantra and takes birth as a hell being in endless torment. Therefore, conduct devoid of view should be abandoned. It is the conduct of a hostile demon. Likewise, view devoid of conduct is also to be abandoned. Tormenting the body through austerities and despising the aggregates that are vairochana and so forth is simply the work of a dry intellectual. Consequently, view and conduct are to be unified. When an elephant rises, it rises altogether, and when an elephant sits, it sits altogether. Vajragarbha then asked, "What is meant by ambrosia? What conduct is associated with it? How do its qualities emerge? Tell me, O central deity, all the meanings of the adornments and the rest." The Blessed One replied, "Ambrosia is taught as 3-fold. Firstly, one enjoys the outer ambrosia. Arrange the 5 hooks in the 5 ambrosias and the 5 meats. This should begin on the 8th and 14th days of the month. One should then gather silha wood, akshobhya, and dry manure. This should begin on the 12th and 16th days of the month. One should then take heruka, vairochana, and essence of dry manure, The 8th, 14th, and 15th days of the waxing and waning lunar periods are taught as auspicious times for everything. The appearance of the lion should be white and excellent, its body and speech gentle and without any fault. This is the basis for the formation of flesh. As for ox or elephant, this should be the flesh of one from which musk and the like emerges, based on the single material cause of it eating a ketaka flower. Beef should be flesh that contains bile. Horse meat should come from the king among horses, whose complexion is neither white nor red, with flesh that neither changes shape nor color. Human meat must be the flesh of a 7th birth. An adept should investigate his body, speech, and mind. The food container should be a skull cup in a single piece. The ambrosia should be accomplished with the ingredients inside it. Superior, mediocre, and inferior signs, blazing, wafting, and bubbling, are explained as pertaining to the external signs. Furthermore, the point of signs having arisen is that old age is eradicated. If sounds have not been heard, there will be no accomplishment. When sounds have issued forth, one will become pure. Inner ambrosia is self-arisen. Having interrupted the flow of ambrosia dripping from the 9 orifices of the one with the bell, it fills the body like sesame seeds. Then, as the breath enters the avaduti, the circulation of the upper 6 is elicited. When silha and camphor abide in the center, the lower 6 circulates. This is the secret ambrosia, which vanquishes grey hair, wrinkles, and death. The practice of conduct is twofold. For superior and beginner persons, the ambrosia of the outer 6 is bestowed in order for them to adhere well to the development stage and abandon fixation to caste. Beginners have both outer and inner ambrosias, whose potencies are also manifold. It renders them devoid of grey hair and destroys conceptuality. It consecrates the 4 mandalas. It is taught that one will seize the 6, which is situated at the center, 4 finger widths above the upper tip of the relative, through gaining familiarity with the 5th. Settling the breath at the location of the navel, the upper 6 is seized. Its potencies are also manifold. One will be devoid of craving and feel buoyant. Just like an eagle, one will soar in the sky without plummeting. It is said that the lower 6 is situated at the center of the superior and disconnected ones. It is taught to superior persons, and its potencies are also manifold. It blocks the orifice of the one with the bell. It destroys anger, the first of the adornments. The stage of subjugating Rudra, in the great charnel ground of Shetavana, is that conceptuality is destroyed with ambrosia. The 4 enlightened activities are in common. Through the seal, desire is purified. Vajragarbha then asked, "What is meant by the 6th? What is a superior person like? How is desire purified? Tell me, O spiritual hero." The Blessed One replied, "From the 4 of right, left, above, and below, emerges space, the 5th. The 5th's absence of nature is taught to be the 6th. Preceded by joy, supreme joy, innate joy, and the freedom from joy, great bliss, the 5th, emerges. Great bliss, being pure, devoid of nature, is the 6th pertaining to the lower door. Therefore, even those who aspire for the 6th meditate on the complete 5th, preceded by the 4th. For example, when the power of alchemy is applied to a copper object, the copper itself becomes gold, and the gold itself comes from just copper. Likewise, the Buddha does not teach that the 6th appears from anything but the 5th. Throughout a year, month, fortnight, day, night, and hour, the sixth emerges for only a moment. It is not the purview of beginners. In the same way, a drop of ambrosia placed in a vessel of water is only experienced as water. The ambrosia is not experienced. Still, based on water, the ambrosia is also caused to be experienced. Likewise, based on the elaborate fifth, the simple sixth emerges. I have taught this in other tantras. A person who has traversed the 5 signs, the 8 flavors, or the 8 levels, and has thus become clairvoyant, has fully relinquished the action seal. One who engages in the great seal, adhering to a gnosis seal, is a superior person. It is explained that he has seized the sixth. Desire is cyclic existence. Its purification is taught to be nirvana.